Hey guys, welcome to another product showcase video. Today's products comes to us from BlackNoise, and this is some of their latest fan offerings. Okay, as you can see, they sent me a nice selection of different fans. We have a couple of the Black Silent Pro series, as well as one of their multi-frame S series, and their ultra quiet Black Silent fan. So let's have a look at the Pro ones first. Let me set these aside. These are, one is a 120 millimeter. That is their PL2. Let's see if I can get the light here a little better for you. Doesn't look like it's coming in very well. There we go. The PL2, this is their 120 by 120 by 25. This is a 1400 RPM fan. And this is their PK3, which is their 140, and this spins at 1700 RPMs, which is pretty amazing for a fan of that size, and to still be quiet. These both carry a 6-year warranty on them. Low startage voltage, pluggable 500 to 200 millimeter cable. Let's see if we can find our specs here. Starting with the 120, has a startup voltage of 4.5 volts, which is really nice. The advantage to these low voltage fans is if you use a fan controller, like I have some of them, that when I'm just browsing the internet or reading emails, stuff like that, I'll turn the fans down just because I don't like the constant noise when I'm not gaming. But if I shut the computer off and then I go to turn it back on again with the fan controller still on the low setting, a lot of times the fans won't start up. You'll have to turn your fan controller up till the fan spins and then turn it back down to the low setting. But yeah, because most fan controllers will use 12 volt on high, 7 volt on medium, and 5 volt on low, these will start at 4.5 volt. And I think that's, yeah, that is the same with both of them, which is a really nice feature. This one, like I said, is their 1400 RPM for their 120. This moves 56.5 CFMs, which is very nice. Let's see, 11 decibel is the noise level on this one. Let's see what the 140 has. Okay, the 140, like I mentioned, it still has that 4.5 startup voltage, 1700 RPM. This moves 90 CFMs of air, huge amount of air. And this does it at 15 decibels, which is very respectable for a 1400 RPM fan. We'll open these up and have a look at what they come with before we move on to the other ones. Okay, I'm just going to show the contents from one of the packages, because actually the contents are identical for both of them, so no sense opening them both up. First off, you get the fan, of course. This comes with a rubber gasket to mount the fan with to stop any vibration against your case. Comes with a case badge by Noise Blocker. You get 4 bolts for mounting it. There's also 4 thumb tightening nuts for it. It comes with 4 rubber anti-vibration mounts, and also 2 cables for connecting it to your motherboard or to your fan controller. These connectors are about 9 inches for the small one and about 20 inches for the longer one. These can be attached to each other, so you can basically daisy chain them if you need extra length. They'll just plug into each other like so, and that'll give you a total of 29 inches if you need more length to get to your fan controller in the front of the case, or depending on where you might want to mount it on your motherboard itself. But that basically does it for the contents of it. Let's have a closer look at the fan itself. Okay, on the back of the fan itself, it has the name of the company, the part number, and the RPMs. One of the first things I noticed on this fan that I thought was unusual is the short plug-in wire on it. Not like most fans where they include a foot or foot and a half of wire on it. Makes for excellent cable management because you can use one of them extensions like I showed you and go right to the fan with it without having to wrap a bunch of wires around the fan. Beautiful black finish. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of a see-through black plastic finish. Beautifully designed. Nice smooth action. They really thought of everything on these. So let me set this one aside and we'll look at the other two fans. Okay, the next one we're going to have a look at is the Multi-Frame S-Series. It's a reference class ultra-silent fan, and it is a high-speed fan. Let's have a look at the performance of this one. This is a 120 millimeter fan. 120 by 120 by 25. This again has the low voltage setting, 4.5 volts up to 13.2. This delivers 73 CFMs. Acoustic noise level is 27 decibels, and this carries a 130,000 lifetime average for the fan. Let's open it up and see if anything different comes with this one than the Pro Series we've seen. Okay, the contents do vary slightly in this model, so I thought I'd show the difference. This one doesn't have the detached power cable. This is attached to the fan already, and it gives you about an 18-inch cable with a 3-pin connector for connecting it. And instead of the bolts and thumb screws that we've seen in the other model, this comes with 4 of your standard metal case fan screws. You also get the case badge with it, as well as a rubber gasket for mounting onto it also. Let's have a little better look at this fan. One of the first things I noticed with it is that the corners are all completely rubber. They're all a soft rubber. It's not a rigid plastic like we've seen in the Pro Series. These are exchangeable. I believe this model, you can get the different colored ones off of their website. I'll have to look into that for you to be sure. But these rubber corners do pop out, and I think you can replace them with different colors if you want to. The information is on the fan like the other ones that include the model number and the part number of the unit itself. Once again, we're seeing that kind of a see-through black. Actually, you can actually see it a little better maybe on this one. That it's almost a sheer type of a black finish on it. Very handsome looking fan. I love the fact that the corner mounts are solid rubber, so that in itself is going to give you a good anti-vibration, as well as by using the included rubber gasket also to make sure that there's no vibration around the edges of the fan going to your case or to your CPU cooler, whatever you might use the fan for. So let's set this one aside and we'll get to looking at the last one. Okay, this is the last one. I kind of saved what I feel is the kind of the best for last. I really love the coloring and stuff on this one. This is their Black Silent Series Ultra Quiet XK2. This is a 140 millimeter fan. This also has their 5-volt auto startup. 140 by 140 by 25. This puts out 77 CFMs at 21 decibels, and this will operate from 5 to 13 volts. See if I can find the warranty. Okay, 3-year warranty on this one. Lots of specifications on the back of it. Typically just the stuff I told you about, voltage, CFM, I'm sorry, not 77 CFM, 45 CFM, my bad, at 21 decibels, 80,000 hours on standard for these. Let's open it up and have a look at it. Okay, fairly standard packaging on this one. Not a whole lot in it, just the fan itself, as well as 4 case fan screws. This does have an attached 3-pin connector like the last one we looked at. This is about 16 inches long to reach to your motherboard or to your fan controller. Once again, on the back of the fan they have their part number and their insignia. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it out well. but this has actually got a beautiful coloring to it. It's kind of a purple coloring. I believe this is to be ultraviolet. I didn't read on the case or on the package for it, but I'm almost certain this is a ultraviolet fan, so it will glow with your UV lights. No rubber gasket or anything like that with this one. This is just a standard case fan. Standard mounts with your screws, no fancy add-ons, anything like that. It's just beautifully colored, moves a lot of air, does it very quietly. Would be a very nice addition to any case, especially if you have UV lighting in your case, or maybe even your cathodes to show off of it. As you can see, it is kind of a transparent plastic like the other ones that we've seen. You can see through them, which is really nice. Very good choice for maybe a side fan or maybe front inlet fans, anywhere where you need to move a lot of air through the case. Okay, just a final rundown on the ones that we looked at. The Pro Series, the 120 millimeter, was the PL-2. That's the 1400 RPM, 120 millimeter. The 140 that we looked at in the Pro Series is the PK-3. That's the 1700, 140 millimeter one. The multi-frame one that we looked at, this is a M12-S3HS, and this is the rubber mounted, rubber cornered fan that we looked at. Nice accessories there. And finally, this last one was their XK2, which was your ultraviolet 140 millimeter basic case fan. But just some final thoughts on it. One thing that I was a little surprised at is that none of the fans come with like a Molex pass-through or a Molex connector. So just keep that in mind when ordering the fans. If you do need to plug them into your power supply via a Molex, or maybe your fan controller via Molex, you will have to buy an adapter or whatnot to plug these into it, just so you don't end up ordering the fans, getting them, and then realizing you have no way to plug them in. I just want to give you the heads up that, as you've seen from the contents, none of these do include any type of a Molex connector. They're all using a standard 3-pin connector to go to your motherboard or to a fan controller. But anyway, that's going to do it for this product showcase.